Utah. And we have Annette from New Jersey, awesome practitioner. And Katie Wrigley from the Maine, practitioner. These are great. You got to get to know these practitioners. They are awesome. They make the most amazing things happen. Let's see if there's any other practitioners here.
So what Bill's saying is these are Cognomovement practitioners. These are people who know the Cognomovement system inside and out. In fact, these ladies are all level 2 and above. And they can help you clear things, manifest things, change your life in the most amazing ways. So ladies, if you will put your contact information in the chat, that would be lovely.
Now, they also, just so you know, under the practitioners on the Cognomovement page, find a practitioner there. You can contact them through there. Some of them, you can actually book them right there. You just click and book them right too, which is awesome.
So if you are brand new to Cognomovement tonight, if you've never been here before, will you please say hi in the chat and let us know where you're from?
And how did you get here? How did you find us? I know there's all kinds of people here that I've never seen before. All right.
All right. And if you have been with us, including our practitioners, and you have an amazing manifesting story, would you tell us, open your mic and share your manifesting story? I know our practitioners do.
I actually have a request.
Okay. What's the request?
Liz, can you please call Cynthia Larson more often so we can listen to you guys talk?
I'm trying.
I really love it.
Yeah, actually, we're brewing up a chat right now. We've both been out of town, so we've been back and forth. So it'll happen really soon.
Okay. Well, that's how I found you, I think, was listening to you guys talk. And it was just so much fun to listen.
Oh, fun. Do you feel smarter and weirder at the same time after our conversations?
No, I feel more normal. It's amazing. I love it. I don't feel weird at all when I listen to you guys.
Oh, I always tell her I feel smarter and weirder after every conversation. She's great.
Yeah, she's the stories, you know, really amazing. It's amazing to just see what's possible, you know. All right.
Okay,
all right.
So I know you have some amazing manifesting stories. I'll start. Bill and I today we got to interview Dr. Eben Alexander. And if you don't know who that is, Dr. Alexander literally was, you know, minutes away from death from a horrific meningitis infection. And if any of you know about meningitis, there are certain kinds of it that it kills you in 48 hours, just no chance of survival. And his brain was gone. And during that time, he had an amazing near-death experience and came back, but not only came back, but came back with his full brain, which is impossible. It's the most, what do you call that? Scientifically proven event of its kind. He was in the hospital. He's a neurosurgeon already. So the best doctors were on it. Well, this was a real manifestation for me. I have dreamt about talking to him. And in fact, Bill reminded me today that if you guys know me, I love asking questions. And the fact that we have a podcast where I get to ask questions of all the people I love, like, how does it get any better than that, as Cynthia would say? So that's mine. Who's next? Come on, you guys, don't be shy.
I can share one, Liz.
All right.
I manifest this guy next to me.
Hey, it's John.
Hi, people. How are you?
Oh, that's
Fantastic.
great.
I'm from Hawaii. I'm new to this. Just want to let you know. Nice to meet you, people.
He's a great manifestation. He's just such a wonderful man. Yeah, if you guys knew him, it's so awesome. We had the pleasure of meeting
You know,
him.
it's so true. Katie, who's one of our senior practitioners, she, when we met her, her life was completely different. She manifested not just one thing, not just John, who's a big thing. I mean, not that you're big, John, but you're a big thing in Katie's life. But new work, new body for sure, but new life all the way around. So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, well done, Katie Wrigley.
It's for real.
It is.
I gotta tell a little funny story. So here's a manifesting one. So there's one of our practitioners in training came to, they had just signed up. They came to the last Cogno Hour, right? So I was hoping that she would show up here tonight, but I'm going to tell the story. I won't mention any names, but she had her eye on this couch. Now, this couch was olive green, and it was from a special store, and the couch was $5,000. And she's like, oh man, I really want that couch, right? And so she came to the last Cogno Hour where we did this process for manifesting. And I just talked to her, and that was 2 weeks ago. And I just talked to her last night. She said, you won't believe where I'm going. She said, I'm going to pick up my couch. And she told me the whole story, how she did the process for the couch. And the couch, she said she was looking on Marketplace, and it was the couch in the color, in the size, from the store, and it was $1,000. And it was right by her. And she said not only was it that, but it wasn't even used. The person had picked it up and put it in a room, and then it was during COVID or whatever. And then they were like, we didn't even use it. And there it was, brand new, only whatever, a year old. And there you go.
That's not even like, that can't even be a coincidence. It just can't be. It just, that's amazing.
I loved it because it's so practical, it was easy and practical, and something really fun that has happened last night.
She manifested something else. I'm not at liberty to say what it is, but she manifested something that had to do with Bill and I, something that we needed that she could do, and something that she needed we could do. And it's something that she's been wanting for a long time. It never occurred to us that this whole thing would work out, and it did. So afterward, I'm like, wait a minute, that manifestation included us. We played a part. So she was on a manifesting role this week for sure.
Oh yeah.
Also, the couch that she wanted to manifest a couch, and she said it like a big Chesterfield, and then she realized she actually didn't want a Chesterfield. It was too big. She wanted a particular couch from a particular store in a particular color, and that's what she got.
Yeah.
The exact store, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty funny. Anyway, daily Cogno movement occurrences. So we'll create some more of that this week, right? So how fun.
Okay, so last call. Anybody else want to share a manifestation before we get started for the night? And again, if you're brand new, please post in the chat where you found us, where you're from. We just want to welcome you. If any new practitioners came on that I have not seen, please put your information in the chat. Linda.
Hi, Linda. She found us on Gaia. She's in Los Angeles.
And some of our big loves are here. You guys know who you are. Hello. So good to see you. Oh my gosh, we're so excited to have everyone here. All right, well, let's get started then. So as some of you know, on October 29th, we are doing a special Halloween edition Manifesting Magic class, a Cognomovement class. And it's a full day class. And so we wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about get you prepared for it, and have you experience some of the many unique ways that Cognomovement addresses manifesting. So in this class, we're not just getting you hyped up and having you wish for something that's outside your body. Absolutely not. The Cognomovement system puts the power back within you. We get you creating a signal from your mind, from your body, out of your field, that actually becomes a physical match to what you want. So many times you may have heard, you've got to become a vibrational match. Well, what the heck does that even mean, and how do you do it? I love Annette's smile. What the heck does that even mean? Well, for real, what does it mean? How do you become a vibrational match? I mean, it's a great thing to say, but really, and also, how do you feel the way that you don't feel about something? So if any of you are like me, I was telling Natalie Ledwell of Mind Movies. I don't know if you guys have heard of Mind Movies. Really cool. But I was telling her that vision boards used to make me insane. I would, make one, all the beautiful things up there, and it would be on my wall this big. And every time I walked by it, I mean, the F-bomb wanted to come out of my mouth, and I don't even say that word. I really hated it. I would feel physical revulsion because I knew none of those things were not true. And then I would hear Abraham Hicks and all these other ones say, well, you've got to get yourself in the place of believing you have it, feeling like you have it. And I'm like, well, how the heck does that happen? So Bill and I just created a way for that to happen. And what we discovered is when you change your physical body around a manifestation, the manifestation is likely to happen quite instantly. We see it again and again because now you are a vibrational match. So in this class, we'll be taking the pieces apart. Leah can confirm I do not say the word. It's true. I'm not an F-bomber. So we're going to start with choosing your manifestation. You guys who know me have heard me say this again and again. The number one reason that most things don't manifest is people don't choose. When we ask people to choose, what is it you actually want? Get clear. Some people lose their minds. Like that alone kicks them out of the realm of being a vibrational match because they're so anxious and upset. What if I choose the wrong thing? What if I choose and I don't want that thing? What if I choose and I don't get it? So choosing, getting pretty specific, thinking it through. Natalie Ledwell also said something else. She said that when she does her manifest, she not only thinks about the manifestation for herself, but also what does it do globally? She serves a lot of people, 10 million of them. What does this manifestation do to serve the world or the people that I serve? What does it do for the people that I love? My family, my friends. And then also, what does it do for me? So that's even another way to break it down, to really think through what it is that you want. So many of us will say, I want $1 million. Well, I would argue with you. It's not the $1 million that you want. It's what the $1 million will give you. Do you have freedom? Do you have the ability to travel? You really don't want the $1 million just sitting in a pile in the middle of your house. I mean, you might for about 5 minutes. If you're one of those people who wants to roll around in it, I mean, have at it. But after that, it's just paper. So what would you do with it? And then what does that mean? We used this analogy a few weeks ago. So I want the $1 million. Okay. So what do you want it for? Well, I want to be able to travel the world. Great. What do you want to travel the world for? You're going to travel by yourself. You're going to travel with a group. You're going to travel in a van. You're going to travel on a plane. Oh, well, I'd love to go to all the nightclubs in Europe. Oh, cool. Well, who are you going to do that with? You going alone? You going with a friend? And what are you going to do at those nightclubs? Well, heard there's hot guys in Europe. So you're going to meet a hot guy at the nightclub with your $1 million. Yeah, because you're looking great. You got the clothes, you got the shoes, right? Well, what are you going to do with this hot guy? I mean, let's go with the G-rated version, people. Right? Well, maybe I'll fall in love. Oh, you'll fall in love. Okay. And then if you fall in love, what will that give you? Well, I think I'd also really love myself. See the circle? Now, that may not be the path for you, but for some people, it might be. What we say we want on the surface, a lot of times isn't exactly what we want. It's a vehicle. So we want to be sure, what is the thing we really want? What are we aiming for? Because when we go through these classes and we go through all of the steps that not only get you in the place of knowing what you want, but figuring out exactly the right setup for your physiology, not your psychology, not your spiritology, but your physiology, the whole thing. When you get that right setup, nothing else can happen, but it shows up. So we're going to be taking you through the steps of choosing. We're going to be showing you how to find what is at risk, what's really stopping you. Because if there wasn't something stopping you, it would be here. There's something in the way. And for many of us, it's a lot of things. Bill's going to walk you through that in the exercise we're going to do tonight. Where is it in your body, and where's the part that is resisting, and where's the part that's attracting? That's what we're going to do tonight, those two things. Physically, where is it? What does it feel like, and how can you activate it every time? Where is it in your field around you? How can you work with your field of potential to actually get this thing moving either out of your life, because there are things we do not want, or into your life faster? You can use the field. And then how do we use our timeline beyond that? The direction in which our life is going. What does this manifestation look like 6 months after today, 5 years after today? Does it still fit? Are there adjustments? So manifesting is not just one thing. It's not just I want. And it's not just I got. It's, does this manifestation, even if it's a lollipop or the latte, does it lead you to the next better thing? Is it just a shiny thing, a bauble? Or is it a shiny thing that leads you to a conversation with the person who becomes your next best friend, right? Does this manifestation blossom into more? This is what we want out of our manifestations, not just an item, but a life that works better. And if we start to know that this is what we're doing with manifesting, not just grabbing apples out of a tree, excuse me, but creating a life, then it becomes so much more. What do you want to add, Bill?
The thing I would add is this is really fun. This is really fun work to do this. It's not hard, and it will reveal to you things that you didn't realize that you were in resistance to. The thing that amazes me is we think that we're extraordinarily clear. Like, you know what? I want to win the lottery. I know that for sure. And then when you do this process, all of a sudden you're there and you're like, wait a second, I'm afraid of the press coming to my door. Uh-oh, I really did it. I did it. It's, now I got $500 million and now every media source is at my front door. Or, maybe there's other things, right? That you're like, uh-oh, maybe I don't want that. And there's some internal resistance or fear about it. So anyway, this can be literally anything. I tell this, there was this one person that was in Europe, and they wanted a Porsche S4. But the laundry list of like objections to it were like, we must have worked for a few hours going through all the things that would happen. Like, oh my God, if I get this, then I'm going to have to move. If I get this, then all my friends will judge me and I'll lose all my friends. You know, so many objections, right? So it's when we really get into it, there's a reason why this thing, whatever that thing is that you've got your eye on, whether it's a relationship, whether it's finances, health, situations, there's reasons that underlie it that we've created some fear. Something's at risk, right? If I get it. So the process, simple and easy, is to kind of remove the resistance. We're going to only do a little fraction of this. We're going to go into detail in the actual course that's coming up at the end of the month, the full day course. But today, we can't do the entire thing today. All we're going to do is just one little sliver. And if you do this one little sliver right, you know, just like our little friend with the couch, you know, you could have your own couch show up, you know, your whatever kind of couch that is, whether it's a car or man or woman or what you name it, whatever.
Hey, Bill, before we get started, I want to let everybody know, please stay with us till the end. We do have a special offer for you for the class coming up this weekend, or not this weekend, the 29th. So Leah's going to share all of that with you, the links and the special discounts. So in the chat, we'll share it at the end as well and explain it a little bit more. Tonight,
There was one question I saw from one of our favorite people, Monica Dean. Monica, the course is online. It is not in person. It's online via Zoom.
yeah, and I answered Penelope, but I want to answer live too. She asked, you know, you can manifest a car or an item, but can you manifest a feeling, you know, more confidence of something like that? And you absolutely can. So it's a perfect question for tonight, because tonight we're going to focus on the core attracting and the core limiting sensations. Some of you may not know this, but there is actually a part of your body that gets active when you are in limitation, when you are limited. And there's an alternate part of the body that gets active when you're in attracting state. So when you got something, when something happened in your life, there's a part of your body that gets active. Now, this part of your body, it's less available. Available is a really good word. And there's a really good reason that I want to explain very briefly before Bill gets into having you actually know the difference. This is what we're teaching tonight, the difference, the contrast. If you know where one is and you know where the other is, you can move it. It also lets you know when you're not in a manifesting state. So the quality of your feelings equals the quality of your thoughts, not vice versa. A feeling in the body, your nervous system will react to whatever's a threat around you. It'll give you a feeling, and then your thoughts will follow. Also, conversely, if you have, you know, let's say you run into a puppy, everybody loves an adorable puppy. You see that puppy and your heart lights up and you expand and it smells so good. And the first thing you're thinking is, how can I fit a puppy into my life? I mean, Leah ended up with 3 that way. It's true. You know, your thoughts might override with your better judgment and you won't do it, but immediately you're thinking, oh, don't I need a puppy? Because that's what part of your body lights up. Conversely, if you're a person who is terrified of spiders, the thought of a spider will send your body into terror. Visualizing one, seeing one in front of you will send some people into shock. even though that spider may not even be real. It may be in a cage. It may be a spider that can't bite you anyway. Your body still goes into fight or flight. So it's a really, really natural response. The problem is that there is no threat assessment. There's no fight or flight when it's something beautiful, something wonderful. The nervous system doesn't have to be worried about that. So it's less available. It's less reactive, but we can find it and we can build it in just like a muscle. So if you know the difference, you can find it. So the quality of your feelings equals the quality of your thoughts. And the quality of your thoughts and feelings together equal the quality of your manifestation. Think that through. The quality of your thoughts and feelings together equal the quality of your manifestation. So if the quality of your thought and feeling is one of panic, discomfort, jealousy, fear, stress, that is what you're manifesting. It is. We don't think about things that we don't want in our life as manifestations, but they are. Just like the things we do want. So if you know when you're not in a state of manifesting physically, you can flip it into the state where you are. So this is what Bill's going to teach tonight.
Okay, fantastic. This is really important because today you're going to, well, one little clarifying point. You're always in a state of manifesting. Are you manifesting things that you don't want or things that you do want? So the things that we don't want, right? Just as important as the things that we do, as far as our physical body goes. And this is going to make sense to you in a second. So here we go. Now you have something that you want to manifest, right? So if you have your phone or whatever, just write that down on a piece of paper, the thing that I want to manifest. This is super important because we need to make a choice. We need to make a choice. You got to narrow down, what is it that I really want to manifest? So just think about that for a second. This is the thing I want to manifest. I want to get clear about it. What do I want to manifest? And now, who would benefit from this manifestation? Would your neighbors? Would your family? Would society? Would you? Who would benefit if this manifests? Think about it. There may be quite a few people that benefit if it manifests. If it's a physical item, there was somebody who made the physical item. There was somebody who sold the physical item. There's somebody who services the physical item. There's many, many people that might benefit. So think about that. Who would benefit from this manifestation? And now ask yourself the simple question. When I get this manifestation, then what happens? What happens next? Whatever your answer is, there, ask yourself the question again. What happens when that happens? Now Now, when I get this manifestation, what's the next thing that happens after that? What do I get, be, do, see, have? What happens? I know that this is a bit taxing, but ask the question again. When that happens, what do I get? What do I have? What do I see? All right. And now, check in with this manifestation. This manifestation, what's at risk? The first answer is nothing, right? But hold on a second. What's at risk? What is at risk? Imagine that this manifestation actually happens. What's at risk? If it's a huge financial gain, is there somebody that might come after you? If it is a product, is there somebody that would judge you in some way, shape, or form? Is there somebody that has maybe not been so good to you and they would benefit? And that gives you a little bit of a feeling? Think about it. What is at risk? What am I afraid of that would happen if I get that? Do I feel guilty and like I don't deserve this because of what I did or what happened? Is there any of that for you? Think about it. Write it down. Things I'm afraid of, things I'm guilty about, things I'm, for whatever reason, not deserving. I haven't worked hard enough. I'm going to have to suffer. If I get this, then bad things happen in my life. Some people have that. You know, that as a child, you would go on vacation and then you got back and, you know, or you were happy, and then your siblings like, oh, you're happy. Come here. Let me wipe that smile off your face. You know, right? If you had a brother or sister, you know, that thing could happen. Do you have any feelings like that? Like, ooh, wait a second. When good things happen, there's an offset. Just notice. Okay, now, what all those things, right? Those bad things, right? Those risks. Think about those risks and notice as you're thinking about the risk. Just allow the feeling you have of the risk and notice, where do I have a sensation in my physical body? Think about it. Whatever you wrote down that's on your list, that's at risk in any way, where do I have a sensation in my body? It could be a couple locations. It could just be one location. Where is it? And what is the quality of that particular area and sensation? What's the quality? Notice Pay attention. Now that particular sensation, the quality of it, and the location, just write that down. Notice that that quality of that probably doesn't feel very good, right? Okay. And now let go of that. Let go of that. Just let go. Okay. Right. Those are the risks, right? Now, as I'm mentioning, we're only doing one little sliver of this today, but still, even this one little sliver is enough to make things happen. So bear with me. The things that are around you right now, the shoes in your closet, the table you're sitting at, the house you're in, the apartment, the city that you're in, at some point, you wanted the things around you. At some point, there was things around you and you wanted them. Notice what's in my life right now that at one point I wanted. I wanted these special drapes, right? I wanted this carpet. Take yourself back to a time when you really wanted that. Maybe it's the car in your driveway. But there was a point in time where you really wanted it. Take yourself to the time where you wanted it. Nothing else, not that you got it. Be in the wanting. Allow yourself to want it. Be in that time. And now move forward to when you got it. Oh my gosh. There it is. I got it. Whatever it was that's in your life that you actually got. You wanted it. Now you're in the time where you really got it. Notice where in your body you have a sensation. What is the location and what is the quality of that sensation? Notice the location and notice the quality of the sensation. Feels good? At first, this will feel just a little bit. There'll just be a little hint like, I think I feel something here. Now, mine is just right around my belly button. Other people will be in their throat. Other people will be in their heart. It could be anywhere. We have people in their shoulders, right? Okay, now, the next item. Think about something around you that you wanted. You really wanted, right? Something in your life you wanted. Go back to the time where you wanted it. Something else that you wanted. Go back to wanting. I wanted this. Just be in the wanting. And then now move forward to when you got it. Go to when you got it and how great that was. So great. Let yourself be there in the wanting and then the having. Go to the having. I got it now. Got it. Beautiful. Notice where that feeling is in the body, the location, and the quality. Location and the quality. It may be in a different place. It may be in the same place. Notice that. A lot of times it's in the same place or close. And no, we're going to do it again. One more other item. I wanted it. Go to something that you really wanted. And you know what? No judgment on this. If it's a watch and you really wanted it, if it was a puppy, if it was a car, if it was anything, whatever it is, the city that you live in, you're like, you know what? I really wanted to be here. Or the apartment you're in. I wanted this apartment. Whatever it is, allow you the wanting. And then feel the want, feel the want. And now move into, I got it. Oh, be there in the I got it. Be in the I got it and feel it. All right, Liz, go ahead.
So every so often we get somebody who says, I never got anything in my entire life, nothing ever. And they have a hard time finding it. So consider, I typed this in the chat, but consider, that anticipation, the wanting of getting the latte at the Starbucks in the morning or your favorite coffee shop. Or, they happen to have your everything bagel at the local bakery. Think about the anticipation of going to get it. And then, yeah, they got it. Or this one might work for some people. That feeling when you go on Netflix to see if the next episode just dropped of your favorite show you want to binge. And there it is. Even something little like that can work for this process.
Right. And you know what? For anyone who has that feeling, there's probably stuff right around you. It's in your house, right? Or your house itself, or right in your closet, your pair of shoes, right? So here we go, right? Go back to that place. Now you have 3 separate items that you wanted and you got. Go back to all 3 of them. Oh my gosh, I got them and they are great, right? They are great. Let that feeling build in that specific location. This is an education for your body. Your body is learning its generator, its positive core generator. This positive area is your area of manifesting. It is in reverse. Notice that all of this feeling was generated by you getting things in the external. Consider that the opposite is actually true. I get the feeling, and then the things will show up in the external to match the feeling. So all we have to do is go to this place and allow this feeling. So we're going to program this feeling into our body. Take yourself back to those 3 things and let yourself feel it in your body. And I'm going to show you a process, okay? Feel that feeling in the body. You really have to focus on that particular place and that particular sensation. And then we're going to do 2 things. We're going to move our eyes from low to high. And as we do, we're going to sing the ABCs. If you have some trauma associated with early in life with the ABCs, don't sing it. Sing a different song that you like. You're all on mute. It's your deal. Just something simple. There's neurological reasons behind what we're doing. We're enabling patterns to be programmed so that you're easily going to be able to access this feeling at will, which means you can manifest at will. Back to the couch, right? That we talked about. Here we go. Feel those 3 things. I wanted them and I got them. I got them. Be there and feel that wonderful feeling of I got them. Put all your attention on the location in the body. Ready? Begin to move the eyes left to right, left to right. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Move the eyes higher. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Put all your attention on that location. Keep singing the ABCs. Higher and higher. Singing the ABCs. Put the attention on the location. Higher, 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 and higher. And take a big breath. Go. Okay. One more time, as is all it's going to take. Go back to that place in the body. Go back to the, oh my gosh, can you believe it? I got those things. Feel that. Feel that in your body. Oh my gosh, I got those things. Ready? You're going to take the eyes low. Ready? And your attention needs to be on the location and the feeling. Ready? Move. Move the eyes all the way left, all the way right. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Ah. All right. Now you have this programmed in your body. I'm going to come back to this in a minute, and I'm going to show you how well this works. This feeling in your body, you are going to begin to take control of your manifesting. When you are in your daily routine of what you do, notice for your daily routine, where are you in your body? You get up, you get your coffee, you go to work, whatever you're doing, right? Ordinarily, am I over here in my head thinking, where am I? Are you in that place that you just sang the ABCs about? Are you? My guess is that you're probably not. And our lives reflect that. There are people out there who are there. That's where they reside. They have this effervescence, this excitement. And when you get around them, you're like, oh my God, things are happening. I like this. There's really great things happening, right? So that is the energy of this. And it's your birthright. But now you know, if I'm up here or wherever, right, that I ordinarily am, all I'm going to have to do is just put my attention on this manifesting area and begin to sing my ABCs. And you'll see. And this is it. This is like a muscle. The more you do it, the more attention you pay to this in this area, the more it builds. At first, it'll seem a little unstable, but it'll build like a muscle and become greater and greater. All right. So I've got some other things for you, but Liz, I've got to station identification.
Okay, so we just want everybody to know the class is October the 29th. It's a special spooky Halloween. If you've taken manifesting classes with us before, some of what we're going to be doing will be the same because there is a set, but we're actually going to be unveiling some things and in a pattern that we've never done before. So this will be new and fun. And so we want you guys to know it starts at 9 a.m. Pacific time. It's a Saturday morning. It's a full day. And Leah would you come on, Leah, and tell us what the special offer is for tonight? Did we lose Leah?
She's still here. Yeah.
Sorry, I was unplugging my mouse. Okay. So, the coupon code, I put it in the chat so you can just copy and paste it. It's 10% off of the class, any ticket on there. So if you don't have basic training, you can get 10% off of the ticket that includes basic training and the ticket to the class, or just the regular class. There are only 10 tickets available that are 10% off. So let me know if you have any questions, and the link is in the comments.
Will you post the link again, Lee? And for those of you who are brand new, basic training is the Cognomovement. It's the place to start. It's where you get your Cognomovement ball, which you may not be able to see right now if I'm not highlighted.
Yeah, you can see it.
Okay, it's the Cognomovement ball. And you learn the part of Cognomovement where you know how to clear these things out of your body, how you change your physiology at a neurological level to stop having repetitive thoughts, stop the stress of things, stop the pain in your body that occurs from traumas, grief, and other stresses, but also creates instant manifesting. So if you need that, with this offer, you get 10% off of that as well, which I don't think we've ever done before. So you get that. And then those of you who just want to come to the class, it's 10% off that too. You do need your basic training to attend this class, because we won't be teaching that part, but we will be doing a crap ton of that part. We will be making sure that the blocks that has been holding you back up until now are gone, and that you're free to actually be in this core attracting state in the clearest state possible, so that what you do attract, remember, your manifestation is equal to that sensation and the thought that comes from it. So we want to make sure it's the clearest possible. So take advantage of that if you guys want to come. It's available only until Saturday, right, Leah? Leah?
Yes, she said yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Saturday. Penelope, it is it is similar. It's the core quantum that we're doing, but there's a whole lot of extra stuff that we're doing beyond that. All the new stuff is piled in as well. Everything in the quantum course works amazingly. If you have it, use it. This is just a way for those of you who have the quantum course, a reason to come to this is it's live with Bill and I. And there's things that happen in live trainings, as you know, if you've been with us, that never happen anywhere else, and they never happen again. They're like little spouts of magic. And the group, whoever attends, makes a difference in how the class goes too. It's always very unique. If you do come to this class, it is recorded, so it's yours to keep after that. Yeah, if you have basic training already, you come. You only have to buy basic training if you don't have it. If you need it, get it. If you already have it or the equivalent of it, come on down. You can come with us. So Ariana, when is the next manifesting class? Is not this one. It's not the special Halloween one, but there is a money manifesting class in November. So we'll be doing some of the similar things. That's a shorter class, I believe, with the focus on money. So, all right, Bill, take it away.
Okay. Well, yeah. So I think the important things there is that it is recorded. You can watch it after the fact. So if you can't make it to the live, you can still get the course. All right. How fun. Now, a couple of training things for tonight, because this is just one little sliver, is noticing that the area of objection to your manifestation, which was what was at risk, notice that was a different location than your havingness, right? A different location and a different sensation. So where am I? And just the noticing as your week goes on this week, where am I? Am I in my objection area or am I in my having area? So I just wanted to make sure to point that out. And then before we go here is just, if you want to open up your mic and you want to comment on your experience. If anybody had a positive experience you want to tell about, or manifestation that you want to talk about from the past, or any question, feel free to open up and I'll be happy to take your questions.
Susan had one, Bill. When you put your attention to the feeling of manifestation area and seeing the ABCs, do we do the eyes as well?
No. So here's, okay. So this is beautiful. Thank you. Gosh, thank you. Who was that asked that question? Susan. Thank you, Susan. Okay, Susan, thank you. So all of us right now, we got distracted, and that's what I wanted to have happen. So, because I wanted to show you this now, put your attention on the havingness area, put your attention there, and just sing the ABCs. Just put your attention there right now. You don't have to move your eyes. Just A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? Notice, is that area lighting up? Is it lighting up on its own now with your attention there? If you're starting, so if you can put something in the chat that says, yes, it lit up, you know, that, yes, I got the feeling when I just did that. Put a boom, there you go. Yeah, there we go. Monica, awesome. So you can open your mic or put something in the chat, but I'd like to make sure that we're getting this. All right. Yep. All right. Completely. Okay. Lit it up. Yes, yes, yes. Woo! Oh, yeah. All right. Okay. So this is so exciting for everybody. Yeah. Here's why. If you just do this, it is greater than just the manifestation and getting. You will think thoughts equal to this. Many, many other things change, right? Like we talked about earlier, you know, those people that were dynamic and things were going on and you were like, God, this is kind of fun being around them, right? You become that. So with this feeling, right, as this grows and gets stronger, it's almost one of the people that I had taught this to. It was a man, and he said his girlfriend is like, after I taught him this, it says his girlfriend's like, you're a drug. You're a drug. I can't get enough, right? Because now, and this is a relationship that's not new, but there's a new energy, right? And other people can feel it. So all of life gets affected in wonderful ways. And now you have control of it. And now you know also the difference, right? Because go ahead.
Tell the rest of that story about the guy and the drugs. So you said that it affects the rest of your life, everything around you. So tell about that. Because remember, he said, no, nothing's different. Nothing's different except that.
Yeah. So this was ridiculous, right? You know, so with Cognomovement, right, it's natural, right? And this is as natural as breathing, and changes are going to happen for you. But because they're so natural, you don't even know it's happening. So, you know, I followed up with him a couple of weeks later and I said, hey, you know, how's it going? What happened? Are you doing the exercise? Yep, do it religiously, 3 times a day or more. I said, you got the feeling? He says, all the time. And and I said, so what changed? You know, and so his dream, to frame this out, was he wanted to fly private, like a private jet. right? So instead of schlepping it, American Airlines or United or whatever, he wanted to be able to get on a private jet and go, So that's his dream. That's his thing. Okay, that's your thing. Fine, whatever you want, right? Your manifestation is your manifestation. So let's do the process. So we did the process, and 2 weeks goes by, and the follow up, and I said, so he says nothing happened, and I said, well, tell me, has any deals come through in your business? He said, oh yeah, we did sign a deal, and I said, okay, so is that deal? Did it happen easily? Actually, yes. It was like, just sign here. And I said, and this deal, was it as big as you thought it was going to be? Well, actually, it was tenfold bigger. I said, oh, really? Okay. And so, and tell me, is this deal, if this ends up happening, right, and you roll it out, right, would this deal, would it be able to finance flying private? Well, actually, yes, it would. So it was like all of the things happened, but he could not even see it. But there was many other things that happened as well. But I'll end up going on all night. That this is a very real phenomenon, but I don't have to tell you that. You already know it because of your life. There has been a point in everybody's life that's on the phone when the better it got, the better it got. And you just didn't know how to generate the feeling. You knew it was getting better and better, right? Like things were just kind of falling into place, and things are rocking and rolling, right? So now you know where that sensation was. If you take yourself back in time, you might even be able to say, oh, I was there in that part of my body. Just as sure as the worse it gets, the worse it gets. You know where that's at in your body, right? You've been through those worse it gets, it worse. I got a lot of those, right? So I'm real practiced at the worse it gets. But now with our conscious mind just shifting, and this ABCs, now that it's programmed in, can just jump you right on in. Anyway, many more of these. There's a lot more to it, and a lot more good stuff coming up on the, I think at 29th at that the day-long course. So we'd love to see you there. Any questions? You want to open your mic for any questions or comments or stories or anything?
May I ask a question?
Of course.
I'm in the midst of making a professional change, and it's not as simple as saying, I work for company X, I want to work for company Y. It's got lots of different elements to it. So I know how to describe, I'll generalize and say 7 aspects of it. And 7 aspects I don't yet know how to describe because there's complexities to research and figure out. But I don't want to wait until I know all 14 things in order to start aligning my energy for manifestation. So I don't know if that's something you could talk to for a moment.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. You know what? I could probably spend the rest of the night with you, like just working on this, because it's so fun. This is a great thing to kind of launch off of that, right? This is so right. Some of our decisions are so dynamic, and then there's things behind it that we don't even realize, right? So there's this really interesting thing about having a physical body. And that physical body knows these hidden objections. So this will be one of the things that we cover in the upcoming course. But if you think about getting this, this decision, right? Right. I'm working here, but maybe I want to do this, and maybe it's freelance, and there's dynamics, right? As you think about, let's say, what I want, ultimately, what I want is these three things. I want my time to be this, I want this much money, and I want the content of what I work on to be this. And maybe there's an employee, the satisfaction of providing value to, whoever, and feeling appreciated, whatever. So there's different components that are important to different people. So you think about all of those things that you want, and your eyeballs, your brain, and your spinal cord are one neurological system. If you simply begin to rotate your eyes while you think about all of those things that you want, I want these things, and you rotate your eyes extremely slowly. And when I say slowly, I mean like this. And you just rotate them all the way around, head straight and level. You're going to find places that my eyes are like pulling, or I'll start blinking, or they become dry. Like it feels like I got a hair stuck in my, eyelash stuck in my eye over here. It's like, what the heck's going on? Or I can't see, like there's a fuzzy blind spot. My vision goes fuzzy. That's the area that my body knows there's something incongruent. As you go through, you will know things, you may see things, and you also might not even know anything, but you just like, oh yeah, my body just doesn't want to do this. Well, one of the things we do in this day-long course is we clear out those objections, that thing that's not clear. And all of a sudden, it's like you feel like the road is cleared out. Like, I know what's not important, what is important, and risks, and all those things are just kind of moved to the side and no longer important. They lose their importance. And with this clarity comes. And with clarity, manifesting is easy. We always say with Cognomovement that when we're not clear, we have some fear or trauma. What happens is you literally have in your field around you an actual density. There's a mass which you could reach out and feel with your hand that's literally dense. And it's not like we're making it up, we're all woo-woo or anything like that. These are scientifically, we can get into it, but it's true, and you can actually feel it. So when all this disappears, what happens is those clouds, if you will, that density disappears, and the things manifest really quick and easy.
So Linda, were you wanting to know, do you have to know the specifics of all 14 things to get it to manifest? Is that what you were asking?
It's your question and Bill's explanation are the intersection, because when we talk about a sofa that's this size, this material from that maker, we can name each thing specifically. So my left brain is going, well, then you have to be able to name all 14 things.
Okay.
And maybe half of those are actually objections, wanting a life and presence sounding like their goals when they may or may not be. So
yeah, so the idea of that, and then what do you get, and then what do you get, is really not the list of how it pans out, because you want to know the direction you're heading. You want to know, like, I want to get there, but and then what really helps you get to the core of more of the why. What do I really get out of that? I get the job. Okay, so it means I get more money. Okay, so maybe that means I move to this place. Okay, so then maybe that means I get to walk on the beach. Okay, so maybe that means I get fit, right? So quickly the job becomes fit. You just want to see what's in there. That what are you really looking for? So it doesn't mean that if what you really want is fitness, you don't take the job. It just shows you that's one of the little areas. I like to think of it this way. Imagine you're riding a scooter and you see something pretty on the other side of the street, a flower that you want to get to. You kind of just lean your scooter that direction. Now, in the way, maybe there's a turtle on the road and you stop and you pick it up and you look at it. And then maybe your friend stops and chats for a bit. Maybe you don't get to that flower on the other side of the road for 30 minutes, but you've had all these lovely interactions in the meantime. So why am I saying this? It means that you don't have to know exactly how it works. It's going to work, or exactly every turn you're going to take. You just have to have the direction you're going and be really clear about what you truly want out of heading that direction. Then your manifestation is way less likely to be fraught with, a rock in the road where you flip your scooter over and skin your knees. Make sense?
Yeah. And I can see how I'm going to think again about everything you just described, and what Bill was saying about it might be this and it might be this and I was going check mark, check mark, check mark. It's all of those. If I'll relax about this,
Yeah.
allow myself to go deeply into each of these stages, I'll be able to identify what's noise and what's old habit of wanting to steer and control, rather than trusting that if I've come to the right level of describing what I want and cleared out the objections, the manifestation's going to satisfy. I think, those of us who are new to this process think, but what if I get a whole bunch of things I didn't want?
Yeah.
Packed in with it. It's like, please, could you not add the complications?
It's less likely when your body's very, very clear that, oh, hey, I'm heading over there. Look at that shiny thing. Look how pretty that is. Just leaning my scooter. And how you do that, that's the Cognomovement piece. That's the part of knowing, okay, I just thought about that job and I just tensed right up. I just got that lump in my throat, or, that pain in my shoulder again, or my left ear just hurt. That's when oh, wait a minute. I don't feel clear about this. So you grab your ball, you focus on that sensation, and you work your system. What you're doing is rewriting that automated response. And what will happen, just what Bill described, you will actually see the parts of your own brain. You're like, oh, now I see why that is upsetting me. What if I get that job and that guy I don't like works there? Or, all the hidden objections show up and the neurological pattern collapses. And then you just feel neutral. What happens after the neutral is, oh, wait a minute. What if I don't apply for that job, but I apply for that one? The next best thing shows up. When you have an automated response to something you think you want, it holds you in a perspective like a horse with blinders, and everything else that's also available is hidden. When that's gone, the automated response is gone, everything else becomes immediately available. So manifestations that you couldn't even have imagined 5 minutes before are now like, ding, 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 woohoo, great idea. Yeah.
I see Bill going,
It's so true. I mean, it's so true how once the neurological, like that feeling in our body, so subconscious expresses itself through the physical body as a feeling. That's how the darn thing controls our life. So subconscious exploits that neurology and creates the feeling, and then it creates a boundaries of what I'll do or what I won't do. So when these collapse, those boundaries collapse because I just don't feel that in my body anymore. It's just so fast and so easy.
As you were both describing what you just shared, I could feel this sort of reverse cascade of, oh, that's based on fear. Oh, that's based on fear. Oh, you want analytically, you want to analyze and solve and declare because it's based on fear of something or other. Go find out what it is. But those other 7 are each of them in some way based on fear.
Yeah.
Think about what I said in the opening comments. Your nervous system, you have a hook for the eye of discomfort, that core limiting feeling, because your nervous system's looking for a threat, a threat to assess. So your nervous system, all it was doing is its job, being like, okay, there's some stuff that's unknown out there. Let's worry about it. That'll keep us safe. It's just what the nervous system set up to do. And that's really why Bill and I invented Cognomovement in the first place. Is we really wanted a way for the nervous system not to be in charge of our decisions. We really actually want our mind, our logical mind, to be involved in our higher self, to be free to make those decisions, free of an automated response. Now, sometimes there are things to be dang afraid of, right? You don't want to jump off the top of a building without a parachute. That's a no. But you do want to be able to comfortably choose the job and not have the choice be made for you out of fear. Want to be able to choose with our full mind, our full higher self, our full experience, and not be ruled by automated responses.
Thank you.
Beautiful. All right.
Thank you.
And-
What a great teaching moment.
oh my gosh, thank you.
Linda.
Thank you for, you know what? It's a really gift every time somebody asks a question or shares. It's a real gift to everybody on the call that whether we have something to help everybody with. So any other questions before we go? Last chance for romance. Okay. All right.
Rowena says she's been manifesting quickly, but are you gonna go ahead?
That was just your echo.
Oh, I'm echoing. Okay, Rowena says, thanks guys. I've been manifesting quickly, but self-sabotaging at the same time. I feel the alphabet is a gift in this regard.
Oh yeah. You stay in that, stay there and do it multiple times a day. It'll just keep you there and you'll see the positive stuff just start happening. Yeah. Awesome. Well, everybody, there you go. ABC is a whole new meaning to that for everybody. Enjoy this. Please email us and let us know the stuff that manifests. We love that because it's so fun. And most of all, come to class. It's going to be a full day of fun, and you're going to get your manifestations all squared away. So hope to see you there. And you've got the links, right?
Yeah, we'll keep the party going. These classes really are a lot of fun. We laugh a lot and we just get a heck of a lot done. So if you want to keep partying with us, join us on the 29th. We'll see you then. And like Bill said, please do reach out and let us know what happens next.
All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Good night, you guys.
Night.
Good night, Linda. Good night, Cynthia. Good night, Susan.
Thank
Good night,
you.
Good night, Kate. Good night, Rowena. Good night, Megan. Good night, Annette. Good night, Alicia. Good night, Elaine. Good night, Macarena. Oh, I like that one. Good night, another Linda. Faraz. Good night, whoever is called user out there. See you guys. Good night, Carmen. Hi, Carmen.
Carmen.
Good night, Elda, Suzette, Patricia, and Bill McKenna. Angela,
Oh.
good night, you guys. See you soon.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.